Boom, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to your favorite show regarding hoops with your favorite bro. Back once again, back with season 1, episode 15 of JumpBall. I know you guys probably didn't miss me in this little time that we were away, but what a time it was. What a conference final series they were. But we are here live from OKC after 13 odd years. We are back for the NBA Finals with two small market teams, with the Indiana Pacers taking on the OKC Thunder. Two teams on a historic run, really. It should be a very, very interesting matchup. Stylistically, how different they are. But at the same time, they're also very similar with their depth, with the way they actually run their offense. If you actually deep dive into it. And we're here back to kind of break it down, see what we're doing. Maybe we make our pick. We actually are going to make our pick. Just so you guys don't come at me later on like, oh, he switched it. Oh, he going with the winner. Nah, before any of the games get tipped off today, before the 7-game series starts, we will pick our winner. But before that, we will, get to how we got here. Let's deep dive into it really quickly. For the Pacers, they took out the New York Knicks after their conference finals for the first time since 99-2. I believe it was a good series. Was it great? Not really, because it did not look like, like Knicks really just made any adjustment. They just try to go out with whatever, like essentially their system is, but they just kind of try to run through with it without making any adjustments regarding with the Pacers, their pace of play, their system, and all of that, and could be the reason why, unfortunately, Tom Thibodeau is fired and no longer the coach of the New York Knicks. For the second time, Karl Anthony Towns gets Tom Thibodeau fired from his team, essentially, even though now he's the second guy. Even in Timberwolves, he was still the second guy to Jimmy Butler to take them to the playoffs. But I digress. I do want to bring up the fact that Mikal Bridges should be about an 18 to 20 point scorer while with his defensive prowess, giving up the amount of number one or first round picks that the Knicks kind of put in with the Nets. I think that's not a big of an ask out of him, but that kind of did not work out in that sense, because even OG Anunoby, he had arguably a better series than most of their main guys. But even with him, same thing. Scoring still, up and down, not something that we could hold our hat on. Maybe about 12 points, but nothing past that. But as the number 2/3 option, I don't know if that can kind of slide with OG. Going back to the pace of play, I think Cat is out of shape. Just like Anthony Davis, he likes and he wants to play at the 4. He does not want to go, bang up against big man, down in the paint. You've got to lose your weight, bro. Like, look at Julius Randle. From what he had started, he kind of went up a little bit, came back down, and this year was probably one of his better years. I think he was a little bit more heavier in New York. Maybe that's just me, but it did look like he was a lot leaner this year. I think that's part of the reason why Anthony Towns also, was hurt towards the end as well, because, big men, their bones are different. It catches up. We'll see how they move forward, because I do think there can be moves that can happen this summer. Like Sean said earlier this season to Pat, and I think on other networks as well, but this might be the most, intriguing blockbuster summer in a while, if not ever. I mean, we already kicked it off with the Luka trade, so it'll be very interesting to watch all the moves that does happen. Um, but yeah, so for that to happen, Knicks, I think they are gonna have to do something drastic. They already did do that with the head coaching firing and the new coach coming through. But I think even with the players, I don't think with the players that they have currently, they are gonna go far because to a degree they do lack depth. Moving on to the Western Conference front, and it was the OKC Thunder. I mean, absolutely like demolishing, destroying, whatever other word you want to put it there. They did that, and they took names. I feel like they are still, even though they are, 65 plus wins, over 80 wins already, and all of that. One of the, if not the most dominant sides of all time. But because they are still only 25 in average, they can't be respected because why are we going to respect little guys? But that's what the league has come down to now. The league is watered down to mostly it is just young guys. I mean, the days of the older guys is kind of getting worn out and passed on. Anthony Edwards beating LeBron last year, beating Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. Not Stephen Curry this year. KD last year, like the young guys are doing the thing. SGA, he just got his MVP over Jokic, and then he beat Jokic in the playoffs. All of this kind of putting it together. I think this all kind of just goes back to USA basketball against. Look at the names I just talked about. Anthony Edwards, part of Team USA. Tyrese Halliburton, part of Team USA. SGA, part of Team Canada. Jokic, part of Team Serbia. All of these guys, they played in the summer, like at a top level, and all of these guys actually did take the next step with their team as well onto that next round. Talk about the next step with the team. Now let's get back into the finals. Let's talk about these teams. Pacers, built through depth, built similarly to the 2015 Warriors. Why? Because I think 2015 Warriors, what was that? Stephen Curry's first year winning the MVP. Who is Stephen Curry? What is Stephen Curry? All he does is shoot threes. That little skinny little guy? No way. Not that guy. All of that came into fruition that year. Y'all don't remember. Y'all might try to argue against me. I've been here since day one, but y'all could keep coming back. Those ankle injuries, everybody kept going back to those and all of that. What happened with the Pacers this year? The most overrated guy. This, that, other. They don't got this. They don't got that. They don't have the experience. They don't have that. 2014 Warriors, they had that experience. They went to conference semifinals, lost, and then came back with a vengeance. And that's similar to what I see out of Pacers. At the same time, I also do not see like a Charles Oakley or Draymond Green, just like a guy who's gonna, like be that alpha there for the Pacers because Tyrese Halliburton, you are a spectacular player. However, you are also not an alpha. Pascal Siakam could be an alpha, but we have yet to be seen at the highest moment for him to be the alpha. It was Kawhi's team in 2019. Can he be that guy? We will see. Miles Turner, he's a servant to the team. He is not the alpha of the team. Maybe Benedict Mathurin, but he is so far down. He is still relatively young, like we mentioned. So, he can't really be it either. So there is that question mark there. On the other side, OKC. We're talking about that 2015 Warriors. Now we're talking about more like the 2018 Warriors, where they have everything. What are you going to do? Mid-range? Cool. SGA will, take you there, bait you for the fouls, because he is an exceptional, and that is a skill that he could do, but he is an exceptional foul baiter, and he can do that. But yeah, he'll take you to his spots all around the free throw line. Fade away, got it. Just quick little stop and pop, got it. Just mid-range maestro, really. He got that covered. Now, if you want to go double him, boom, he's going to throw it back out to J-Dub. All-NBA, All-Star, All-Defensive Team, possibly NBA champion. Straight out of Santa Clara University. Boom, go Broncos. Then you have your Chet Holmgren, 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. could shoot threes as well. Torture chamber. What are we gonna do? Oh my god, what are we gonna do? Just absolutely filthily loaded from top to bottom, and with a singular focus of winning that championship. Also, with the camaraderie that they have, it is very hard. But also, this should be one of the best NBA finals in recent memory. I think teams are even skilled wise, they're pretty evened up as well. Both teams are relatively young, even their veterans being a James Johnson, like he has done some, but not really done much, and never really has gotten over the hump. On the other side, you have Caruso, who has done it and gotten over the hump. While it was in the bubble with the Lakers, it wasn't a traditional NBA championship, but he did win a NBA championship in the to a degree. So that experience will factor in. We'll see how this goes. We will be back for game 3 to break it down, how it keeps on going. So far, let's see. Right now, we are kind of still in the middle of, we need at least a feel out game, but right now, going off my gut feeling, I think Thunder do take this in 6. I think this is their year to be inevitable. I think they stamp their historic year with that Larry O'Brien trophy at the end. SGA with a historic year from MVP to finals MVP. That journey will be glorious. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I know it has been a minute since I had been back. I hope you guys come back with your boy. I hope you guys tune in to the next videos coming soon. There will be other videos regarding soccer with the Club World Cup coming up and other stuff as well. End of a year preview to a degree as well. But till then, stay tuned. And stay tuned with your boy. Team on me, team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team!